Hey guys, Cynthia Pettion here with AWS Mining, and today we are going to do a training on team bonuses. Now, I have a video on YouTube that goes really in depth and goes into the back office and everything on how to do that. So you can check out there also, but just wanted to do something a little bit pen and paper just to give you guys a visual and possibly make it a little simpler. So there's a couple of things that you're going to have to first do to make sure that you qualify for the team bonuses. So the team bonuses is one of the ways that our affiliate program pays. All right, but you do have to meet certain qualifications in order to earn it. It does pay every day. So if you can nail this part of the compensation plan down, it could be quite profitable for you. But the first thing you're going to need is going to need to make sure that you have an active mining plan. All right, that means at some point you've gone into the back office and you've purchased a mining plan at least $40, okay, $40 or more. You also need to make sure that you yourself personally sponsor 2 people. One has to be on the right and one has to be on the left. Okay, now the way that you do that, switching sides, is if you go into your back office and go under Network, Pending Registrations, you'll see an arrow there that you can change from one side to the other. Okay, you just basically, it's going to be on the left side of the screen. You just click on it and it'll switch back and forth left and right. The other thing I want to point out is that if you have somebody who registered with you, under that same menu, you're going to see their registration up until the time they fund their account. So up until they actually pay for their account, let's say they registered and they haven't yet bought a plan with you, you can actually switch them back and forth, okay? But the moment they pay for their plan and it's funded and they end up in the downline, there's no way for you to move it, all right? So you do want to be mindful of that when you're giving out your ID or your sponsor link, that your back office is set to the side that you want people to fall on. All right, so very simply, this is you here, okay? The way the team bonus is paid is that it pays you on your volume on your lesser side every single night, all right? So that means when you set up somebody, let's say you have person A here and you have person B here, all right, you have the option of placing them on your left or on your right. Now, in order, again, to qualify for this, you have to place one person on each side anyway. What I tend to do for myself, okay, is I'll purchase 3 plans at one time. I'll purchase my top plan when I'm first joining, and then immediately following, I place 2 other plans. Okay, so I have a total of 3. But by doing so, I sign for my first plan, and then I use my ID to sign for A and B, buy them plans as well, because that's the other thing. Not only do you need an active mining plan, but the people that you've sponsored also need an active mining plan. So if you sponsored somebody here and they bought a plan, and then you sponsored somebody here and they did not, you have not yet qualified yourself for the binary. Both people that you sponsor need to have a plan. So let me just show you an example of what I do to make sure that I qualify myself immediately for the team bonuses, and then I don't have to worry about it after that. All right. Also, the way, if you do it this way, if you decide to open up multiple plans later or however you want to do it, all your accounts are on top, right? Because if you're going to build a network and you're going to start branching off, you want to make sure that your accounts are on the top, not the bottom, right? Especially if you're very active or you have a very active downline that's going to be providing spillover. So anyway, this is what I like to do. Let's say I was to purchase a $1,200 plan. All right, the $1,200 plan is a nice one because it gives you 8% on your team bonuses. Okay, after that, you would have to purchase a $4,000 plan to get to 10%. So this is a very popular plan. So I purchased for myself a $1,200 plan. That's going to be my first account. I'll use my sponsor link, whoever sponsored me at the time, to sign that up. Once my plan is activated and I have my own sponsor link, what I do is I sign up 2 more accounts, one left, right? And then after I sponsor that one and I pay for it, I switch sides and then do another registration for the other side. Okay, and those could be any size plans. Any size plan will qualify you. So guess what? You can do something as small as 40. So in this example, you've spent $1,280. All right, I spent an extra 80 bucks, but now I've automatically qualified myself for the binary so that I don't have to worry about when, where, who I'm sponsoring in order to make sure I qualify. Okay, then from there, you just want to pay attention to where you're placing. If you have a side that is getting a lot of spillover from above you, let's say it was this side, let's say you have your sponsor here, and your sponsor tends to write up a lot of directs, okay? And they place somebody here for you. All right, we'll call this person C. And then C happens to be a great networker, all right? So C produces a bunch of little C's, okay? And you're getting a lot of volume there. Now you've already qualified yourself for the binary. So what you want to do is you want to pay attention to where it is that you're placing people, because if you have a lot going on one side, which tends to happen a lot when you have a team bonus structure like this, then place them on the next side. Make sure the next person you sign up maybe goes here, all right? And then the person after that may have to go here, depending on what the volume looks like. And the reason why that is because this bonus here, this 8%, will only pay you on the smaller side. So if this person bought a $40 account, and let's say this one bought a $120 account, then you've got a total of $200 of accounts here. But let's say this person went on to buy a $1,000 account, and then they funded two people who each bought $400. So here you have a total of $1,840, and here you only have $200. So guess which side the bonus is going to pay on? It's going to pay on that $200, right? You're going to get 8% of that, which means you're going to get $16, okay, that you're going to get paid on this binary, and you're not going to yet receive anything on here. Now what happens when the binary closes every night? The 200 points or the $200 would get deducted from here so that you're starting at zero again. And it also gets deducted from this side, okay, because they're not going to pay you on the same volume twice. And now you have $1,640 left over, and it starts over again the next day. Okay, so if you have this day, for example, where you started with 1,640 points or dollars, and over here now you're at zero, again, whatever happens across the day is what you're going to get paid on. Now, at any point, this can switch, right? You can have somebody who signs up all of a sudden on this side and buys a $10,000 plan. All right, and let's say you had an $80 plan here, and let's say they, stayed small here. But on this given day, now it's your right side that has the larger volume. Let's say over here, they only bought, so you have the 1,640 plus another 120. All right, now all of a sudden, this is your smaller side. So guess what happens? The 8% is going to get paid out on this side instead of this one. You'll get paid on it again that night, and it'll start over. So now you've gotten paid on the 760. You're going to start on zero on this side, and then the 1,760 will get deducted on that side, and that's the volume that's going to get carried over. Yes, I still do math the old traditional way. All right, so you'll have a volume of 8,360 that you're going to carry over for the next day, and zero here. All right, so you want to pay attention to this. Again, you're going to find this under your network, and then go to binary, and it'll show you the points both sides. You can also access it from network points. And that actually shows you, that's a really cool feature, because that actually shows you every single plan that was purchased, how many points, and the user ID. All right, so you know exactly who's purchasing what. But that's the best way for you to balance out your team structure, Okay, you want to be able to pay attention again to what's going on both sides so that when you write up a new member, you can add them on. Now, this volume, this accumulated sales volume, a couple of things I want to point out. It doesn't matter if you personally direct them, sponsor them directly, or if somebody on your team goes on and buys, or if it's spillover from your upline, it all counts the same. All right, which is nice because you're not the one having to personally sponsor every single person. But this accumulated volume that gets wiped out every single night after you get paid onto it is actually what determines your rank. Okay, so when you first start mining, you start off as what we call a miner. That is position number 1. Now, the next position after that is a coordinator. Okay, in the coordinator position, you need a total of 10,000 of accumulated sales volume. So what's the accumulated sales volume? That's the volume that gets wiped out every night after the system pays you on it. So in this example, day 1, you had $200 in sales that you got paid on. Okay, so $200 of sales went in here. And on the second day, $1,760 of sales went in. All right, so that is a total of $1,960 of sales that got accumulated towards your rank, right? And you're trying to get to 10,000. So every single night that you get paid on your team bonuses, whatever volume you got paid on is the volume that goes towards your rank. Okay, and that's very important. What you actually collect in dollars is the percentage. So for a $1,200 plan in this example, again, it's 8%. Now, if we were talking about a $4,000 plan, then it would be 10% that you would earn. A $400 plan earns 6%, and a $40 plan earns 4%. All right, so, and you can accumulate plans yourself. As you're purchasing more and more plans, it'll upgrade. So by the time this plan, for example, if I was to add another $2,800 worth of plans to get to 4,000, then I'll get bumped from 8 to 10%. All right, so hopefully that makes sense. All right, again, you're gonna go into pending registrations to be able to switch sides. And then as far as the menu is concerned, just go into your binary menu on any given day or your points menu on any given day, and it will show you the volume that you've accumulated for that day. And in addition to that, it'll show you in the center a column that says accumulated, and that's what you're accumulating in total towards your rank. All right, so that's pretty much it for this training. Hopefully it helped clarify a little bit for those people who like to see things in writing. But if you do have any questions, feel free to reach out. All right, talk to you soon.